He fought for freedom. He stood against tyranny. But in the heart of the nation he died protecting, Captain America was gunned down. This is the true story of betrayal, politics, and legacy, when America lost its greatest hero. The Superhuman Registration Act divided heroes, friends, and ideals. Captain America led the resistance, fighting for freedom, even against those he once called allies. But after months of civil war, Steve Rogers surrendered. Not because he lost, but because he realized the fight was tearing the country apart. As he's led in handcuffs through a crowd at a courthouse, he's not met with cheers, but silence. Unbeknownst to him, the final shot of the Civil War isn't fired on a battlefield, but on the courthouse steps. A sniper sets his sights. The clock is ticking. As Steve Rogers walks the stairs, chaos erupts. Gunshots echo. He takes a bullet to the shoulder, then another, this time through the gut. Panic consumes the crowd. Sharon Carter, the SHIELD agent and the woman Steve loves, rushes to his side. But it's too late. The symbol of a nation bleeds out on its own soil. Across the world, heroes mourn. Tony Stark blames himself. The world watches in disbelief. Captain America, the man who fought Nazis, aliens, and his own government, is gone. But was it a lone gunman, or a deeper plot? Behind the scenes, the truth is darker. The Red Skull lives, his consciousness transferred into another body. He orchestrated Steve's death, pulling strings through a web of lies and manipulation. The sniper wasn't alone. Sharon Carter, under the influence of mental conditioning, was forced to deliver the fatal shot at point-blank range. Her horror and guilt consume her. Red Skull's plan is just beginning. With Steve gone, a power vacuum emerges. The Skull aims not to destroy America with bombs, but to control it from within. James "Bucky" Barnes, the Winter Soldier, receives the news. He's shattered. His best friend, the man who saved him, who believed in him, is dead. Bucky spirals into violence, hunting down those responsible. But his path is messy, fueled by vengeance. He's not ready to take the shield. Not yet. Meanwhile, SHIELD scrambles to restore order. Maria Hill finds a letter Steve left behind, and it's addressed to Tony Stark. In it, Steve makes one request: if something happens to him, give the shield to Bucky. The legacy must continue. The death of Captain America sparks unrest. Protests erupt. Trust in the government crumbles. The symbol that once united a country is now a reminder of division. News outlets question if superheroes caused more harm than good. Political factions exploit Steve's death to push their own agendas. Tony Stark, now director of SHIELD, carries the burden. He authorized the Registration Act. He led the opposition. And now, he's lost his friend. Guilt drives him. But there's still a war brewing, and it's not on the battlefield, but in hearts and minds. Sharon wakes in cold sweats, memories fragmented. She knows something is wrong. Flashes of the shooting. Her pulling the trigger. A whisper in her ear, for the greater good. Red Skull's manipulation runs deep. He used her as the ultimate weapon. As she investigates her own past, Sharon uncovers hidden files, brainwashing programs, and the true extent of Skull's network. She's torn between guilt and resolve. To atone, she must bring down the very system that turned her into a killer. But she's not alone. SHIELD has eyes everywhere. Bucky doesn't want the mantle. He doesn't think he deserves it. He's killed. He's been used. But Steve believed in him. And when he discovers Sharon's involvement, and the deeper conspiracy, he realizes something: the world doesn't need a perfect man. It needs a fighter. A symbol. With new resolve, Bucky dons a modified Captain America suit, tactical, modern, but bearing the same shield. He doesn't smile. He doesn't pose. He acts. His first mission, Take down Red Skull's new empire before it swallows America whole. Steve Rogers is gone. But the idea of Captain America lives. Through Bucky. Through every person who still believes in justice. The Red Skull is defeated, but the scars remain. Sharon leaves S.H.I.E.L.D., broken but free. Tony continues to rebuild. And Bucky walks alone, not as a replacement, but as a man forging his own path. In the silence of the monument built in Steve's honor, people gather. They don't cry. They stand tall. Because Captain America didn't die that day, he was passed on. And as long as someone fights for what's right, he'll never be truly gone. And that's another page in the Heroic Chronicles. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and subscribe for more untold tales from the world of comics. There's always another hero, another villain, and another turning point waiting in the shadows. See you in the next chapter.